They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Flacco from the shadow of the goalpost. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Credit the tackle to Isaac Yiadom.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go. Let's go. The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They start on the ground with Geis. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Ready. Practice to Pittsburgh. Check Mike 21. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. He's coming.
Haskins on 3rd down. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie. So good they had to name him twice, and he gets the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To pass, Flacco. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Troy Apke, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chance. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Flacco. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, we could have had our shutout.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ready. Check back 21. Oh, you got D? Check three.
Geis with the carry on second down. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Check back 21. Hey, here I come.
Here we go with Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And now it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Baltimore.
Crab cakes will be waiting for us, partners. We head to the airport.
Heck yeah. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover.
Championships, all my records go hard. This a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym, jumping all over hurdles. I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them. I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend. They should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work. I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up. #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. That'll be taken in the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football, and the Redskins scoop it. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. first carry for Nick Chubb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit, thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A run for Nick Chubb, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Throwing, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll hand it down to Geis, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And the tackle there will go to Ryan Anderson.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears. Switch to 6. Bullet. Now.
Here's Geis. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a run with Geis. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run with Geis. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Geis. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From the 17, Haskins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Redskins are going to add on to their lead.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They run again on first down, Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Steps away to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
On third down, Mayfield. Being chased out left. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Geis. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
On 2nd down and 4, Mayfield dancing to his left. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Regular. Watch the screen.
Mayfield on play action. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. But now it's 3rd down. Mayfield off the play fake. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check it out, hey, alert!
They go play action. Mayfield. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Mayfield now. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. Mayfield. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is going to be incomplete. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Right here.
They start the second half with a run by Geis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitching.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. There he goes, right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Throw left side complete. It's Thompson. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On the ground, it's Geis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Third down, here's Geis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Again, Peterson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving and keep grinding clock.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14, round 6.
First down, here's the run with Peterson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jannard Avery. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. The Redskins on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive, but 3 points.
And I really want to do my boxing analyst voice right here, but I'm going to keep it normal for us, right? I call it a draw. That type of a drive has to feel good, right? You take it all the way downfield, you control the ball, control the clock. But they only got 3 points out of it. So defensively, it could have been worse, right? So I give it a draw.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Mayfield to throw it. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ryan Anderson able to get him for a loss of about 3.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even
in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Montez Sweat drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 19-yard line.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss.
2nd and 12. At the 41-yard.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 2nd down, Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
2nd and 6. the 12-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff, Geis going right. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Haskins. This will be caught at about the 6. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Geis, they'll try to run it. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Again, Geis. He fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Derek, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
180.
Here's Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Landry again the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker Ryan Anderson, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
After the sack on first down, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Throwing now is Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Haskins to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Haskins going to try to throw it. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end. And it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Under 10, 10.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.